comedian Nova Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. I've worked out what you do now if you have a talent that the world doesn't necessarily want. I mean, like, you have a talent, but there's just not a lot of people that are interested in your talent. So I was just at a jazz bar, and basically what this guy's done, I mean, he's a good guitarist, but back home, I don't think he was getting many gigs. So, fucking, what do you do? I tell you what you do. You fucking move to Guatemala, right next to a fucking lake, open a coffee store, call it the fucking Jazz Cafe, and play every single fucking night. Foist yourself on others in a more unfortunate country. Become a big fish in a very small pond, or even just a medium fish in a small pond, or even just like a small fish in a puddle. If you're a small fish in a puddle, you're fucking looking pretty good in there. So that's what you do. I can see it now. I've been really studying people for the last few weeks, especially expats that end up somewhere, that end up making a bar. Like if you're from Australia or England or fucking like the US or something like that, to own a bar is fucking difficult. You got to get the money together. It's going to cost millions. Then you got to get licenses. Then you got to fucking jump through hoops. Then it's got to be successful as well. You got to get cunts in, security guards. There's a lot of shit you got to do to own a fucking bar in like proper Western countries. You've almost got to be a certain type to even be a fucking bar owner in these countries. But if you don't want to fucking put in the work or effort or take the risk or fucking build yourself up to fucking own bars or something in those countries, then all you really need to do is move to like a fucking poor country, buy a couple of bottles of shit and a fridge, and you are pretty much a publican. I sort of get it now. All the things that are fucking hard to do in your own country are much easier to do in like a poorer country. And you don't have to have any special fucking ability either. You just need to be able to buy the bottles. That's how you become a fucking bar owner here. You just have a square, put some chairs in it, have a shelf, and stack all your half-empty bottles on it. And now you're a fucking bar owner. I get it. There's only a certain amount of people that can be big fish in big ponds. And that takes like a combination of talent, hard work, and fucking good luck. There's only a certain amount of room for fucking medium fish in big ponds as well. It all gets crowded out. There's plenty of room for small fish in big ponds. Plenty. Why would you want to be a small fish in a big pond? That should have no appeal to anyone at all. If you're a small fish in a big pond, get the fuck out of there now. You're never going to be a big fish. You're always going to be a small fish. That's fine. But what you need to do is you need to move to a different pond. You need to be a small fish in a small pond, not a big pond. Like, fucking seriously, listen to me here. Would you rather be a shit-kicking waiter in fucking New York or work in a factory in fucking LA? Or would you like to be a fucking bar owner in fucking Guatemala? Or would you like to own a fucking nightclub in Syria? Or would you like to run tours through the Congo? You gotta adapt. You're still going to be a small fish. Like, talent doesn't... like, genuine talent doesn't leave the big cities to go to the smaller cities and ply their trade. It's usually the opposite direction. Unless you've got someone like a fucking Neil Young or something who's done his shit and now he's moving to a small town. Or Dave Chappelle, who lives in fucking Ohio. He's a big fish in a big pond, but he's decided to just chill out in a small pond. So when you see a lot of the expats who set shit up, you're looking at mostly very average people that have just decided, fuck it. I am going to be a fucking small fish in a small pond. I'm going to fucking improve my situation ever so slightly. I'm going to take the limited amount of talent, skills, and work ethic I have, and I'm going to take it to a much, much poorer country. And in that way, I'll improve my status ever so slightly. That's the way I'm reading things. Anyway, the Jazz Cafe, they were really good. I mean, they were really good for a fucking jazz cafe band on the outskirts of a lake in fucking Guatemala. There was a really good fucking saxophonist. He was Guatemalan though. He wasn't an old white guy trying to fucking do his thing. He was a young Guatemalan guy and he was fucking really good on the sax, but he was one lazy jazz player. He had to get the signal fucking every single time to play. Everyone's making eyes at him and he's trying not to look at anyone so he doesn't have to play. And then they'll catch his eye and he'll like shrug his shoulders and then he'll start playing and just fucking carve up. He was great. Anyway, that's my advice for any of you small fishes in big ponds is get the fuck out of the big pond. Be a small fish in a small pond. Force whatever fucking talents or lack thereof you have on people less fortunate than you and live like a slightly better life. A better life. It'd be a much better life, actually. You own a cafe, you're part of a band, people do podcasts about you. It's fucking great. Anyway, that'll fucking do it for today, and I'll see ya the fuck later.